Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh here with Connor Rourke. He got first place at Locals using the new ban list.
Yep.
Playing Thunder Dragon Danger. Show us what you got.
So we got main side and extra. I got to give a few shout outs first. I got to give a shout out to my friend Jacob, who's let me borrow this entire deck for about 2 months now. Zach for some of the dangers, and yeah. So we were thinking about different ways to play this deck. Keegan, my friend, played Pure and went 5-0 at a tournament. I didn't want to play Pure because I felt like it was way too set up my board and hope you don't kill me, as I've discussed with Darren a lot. But yeah, this also is really good in the mirror because you can get around Colossus and stuff really easily. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get on into it. You got to play, obviously, the staple cards, 3 the regular Thunder Dragon, 3 Roar, 3 Dark, and 3 Hawk, and then 3 the worst one. Okay, so 5 minutes before the tournament started Thursday, I was playing 2 Matrix, 2 Hawk, or not 2 Dark, and 2 Roar, but I got a tip from my friend Keegan to play this. I was playing this in Pure, obviously, but I wasn't playing it in this version. He saw, I think it was Gabriel Vargas's list that was playing these, and just bumped these up, so I took that advice. Previously, I was playing the Battery Man Solars and the Baby Chaos Dragons, but I decided to last minute cut that because of Gabriel's idea, and it worked out really well. If you draw this card in any combination of any of these, it's really good.
Holding it up so people can read this if they don't know this.
Yeah, if they don't know it now, they'll learn it soon enough. I expect
this is replacing the Gold Sarks, right?
Yeah, honestly, and it's not better than Gold Sark, but it's also a dark, which is, it comes up a lot.
All right.
But yeah, I'll talk about Gold Sark later. I actually have a pretty interesting opinion on it in general as a card. And then I played the 1 Dragon Duo. Because of those things you'll see later in this list, I don't know about this card. I did use it once. It helped me out on an Altergeist board round 5 on Thursday. But it's kind of a brick. I don't know. I go back and forth on this card. I'm not going to explain these cards.
They do good. They do good things.
They do good things indeed. One thing that is different from most lists is I'm playing 1 Chupacabra. I just wanted one more name, and I feel like Chupacabra is the 4th best danger. I think Bigfoot and Thunderbird and all that stuff are just terrible.
Have you thought about Ogopogo at all?
Yes. So I was testing a list. I actually have the response team in my bag. I was testing a list that was playing, I think I was going to play 2 Ogopogo and 1 response team. I haven't got my 2nd Ogopogo yet, so I haven't got to try that in real life yet. But yeah, I am going to try it at some point. Response team's key.
I have 3.
Yeah, well, okay. we'll figure that out.
Okay.
But yeah, the weird thing is about this list, especially, is the 2 Levenier and the 1 Daedalus.
I saw this Thursday. I like this a lot.
Yeah, so, okay, so the main big 3 decks that people are expecting right now are Thunder Dragon, Altergeist, and Sky Striker. I actually think Sky Striker is really underwhelming right now because obviously it auto loses to this deck. But since Konami brought back Eradicator and Slumber to 3, I feel like side deck options are a lot easier to side for Sky Striker. So they can't out this card. They have to do really weird things to get rid of it. So you usually don't use its hand effect against them, but you usually use it against pretty much everybody else.
Altergeists have a lot of trouble killing
this.
That's
true.
Too. They have to make the Hexia with the Marionetter.
Okay, so round 5, game 1, I lost the die roll to Altergeist, and he set up a board with Rivalry. I think it was 2 other traps, the Silk and the Multifaker, and I was able to eventually break it because of this card. So it's got like 4 different effects based on what you banish attribute-wise from Grave. But if you banish a combination of light and darks, you can pop 2 cards on the field and it doesn't target. So it's really awesome that way. You don't want to see this necessarily turn 1 because it can kind of brick, but any turn past turn 1, this card's ridiculous. And we can search these, but yeah, you'll see why later. I'm only playing 8 spells. I don't feel like there's really any other ones I want to play. Allure, I saw somebody post, I think it was on Zodiac, they should have hit this card instead of Gold Sark, and I kind of agree. Allure is kind of just really, really ignorant in this deck. It lets you draw your side deck cards a lot easier than other decks can. So I don't know. I felt like this probably should have got hit.
There's also a lot of Pure Danger, Dark World Danger, nice stuff on the...
Yeah, that are abusing this in the beginning of the end. I even thought briefly about beginning of the end in this as a one-of.
I don't know about that idea.
Yeah, as a one-of, I thought about it, but yeah, obviously we didn't end on that. But yeah, Allure's stupid. Allure probably should have got hit. And then 2 Melody. Most lists that are playing the Melody live in your engine, I've seen play 3 Melody, but I don't like 3 Melody, mainly because you only have 3 targets in the deck, so you're never going to resolve 2 of this, so you never want to see 2 of this. Also, it's really underwhelming in the mirror if you play against it, because obviously it's a blank card until you can do something. The 1 gold Sart, because you just kind of play it. I honestly thought about cutting this, as ridiculous as that sounds, because this is a card that you want to see turn 0 or not at all. Because if you see it past turn 0, you've already set up, so you already have access to everything that you need to. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of there. Yeah, honestly, I think they should have probably just left Gold Sark at 3 and Hitler. But yeah.
Or we'll have its time eventually.
Yeah, oh yeah, again, it will. The 1 Reborn, this is kind of just in there as the 40th card. I don't have a really solid opinion on this. I used it once on Thursday, and that was against Sky Striker, just make a second Colossus. That was overkill, he couldn't out the first one. And then the 1 Thunder Dragon Fusion. You don't want to play more than 1 because this card's a brick, but you have to play the 1 to put back your Colossus, especially in the mirror match.
You thought about playing just an Upstart?
I did. Very briefly, when I was on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro messing around with this, I played Upstart for like 3 games. The problem with playing Upstart is there's like a few cards in this deck, like you'll see like you don't want to draw multiples of. You don't really want to see multiples of like any of the Thunder Dragon cards. So, and obviously Wolf helps with that, but if you're playing Upstart, it's kind of weird, but the thing about Allure that makes it good in this deck is you just get rid of the clumps. So, that's the main deck, it's 40 cards. Thought about more, but there's really nothing else I really want to play right now. So the extra deck's 15 cards, obviously. So 3 Colossus.
It's not a lot to say.
Colossus. 2 Titan. I kind of thought about going back down to 1 of this. The second doesn't come up a whole lot in this particular version.
I feel like you don't use your extra deck much at all, though, so there's not.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, but there's a lot of utility cards in this extra deck for sure. But you could definitely just play 1. It's just kind of there if you have to do like an awkward play turn 1, but I've rarely had the second come up. I can't remember honestly if I had the second come up or not Thursday. But that's the only fusions you play. Links, you play Link Kribo for the Matrix, Phoenix, and Cerberus, just for general utility. Wee Witch, because you have to play this card now because of the Wolf. I'm not playing Some Summoner, or whatever the fuck it's called. It's just, you don't really make it a lot in this deck because you're not playing instant fusions and stuff like that. But you have to play this now because it's a dark, so you use the regular combo of, where is he? Of Wolf and any one of these, whether it be like Dark or Hawk or even Matrix, is you end with this and a Colossus at minimum. So yeah, you have to play that card now. It's just kind of there. It doesn't really do a whole lot, but you gotta play it. The 1 Reproducus, because we're doing degenerate things with this card. Another cool thing you can do is that people don't really consider is you can call Thunder with this if you don't want to make Summon Sorceress, and you can summon any danger to the zone it points to and make a Colossus with it.
That's cool.
Which not a lot of people do or know about, I guess. The 1 Unicorn, just for utility. I probably make this one the most out of like all the utility Link 2s, but yeah. And then play 3 Link 4s, and they're kind of just utility. Skull Dread, I don't make a whole lot in this list. A lot of times the dangers, like if I'm going second, I'm never making this card. So you could cut this card and play a Griffin or something like that if you wanted to. But then I played Boral Sword and Boral Load. Usually I just play Boral Sword, but I wanted to play Boral Load again because I expect the mirror match to be pretty relevant now. But yeah, there's room for both. Like I said, you could even cut 1 Titan, so you really have a lot of room. I also considered playing the Curious and the Griffin to send Eradicator to grave and set that against like Sky Striker and stuff. But yeah, that's what we played, and that's what we're at right now. Side deck, from the bottom, 3 Eradicator. This card should not have came back. I hit Robbie with this round 3, and it was about the greatest thing ever. Left him with a warning, and there can only be 1 going second against me. But
he's playing pure
Sky Striker, yeah. So yeah, this card shouldn't have came back. It's kind of ridiculous. I even thought about playing Trap Trick with it, but it's really not that necessary. You also have Allure and other ways to get to it. especially if you play the curious thing. So those three, three evenly. I thought about Red Reboot, but I just like this card more. The other thing about this card in this deck that makes it better over Reboot, in my opinion, is you play Allure. So whereas usually if you try to Allure into a Red Reboot, they'll activate their first trap before you draw the Reboot. Whereas this, they're usually, if they don't access or whatever, that gives you a better chance to get to the evenly. And you obviously don't have a monster on board yet. So that's something cool about it. But yeah, so that's evenly. It's just a stupid card. So you play it.
It's good for the game.
Yeah, for sure. This is for the mirror. 1 super poly and 2 mind control. If you draw this against the mirror, you should win unless you make some really dumb decision. And then this is for just taking their Colossus and doing stupid stuff with it. You can take their Colossus and make a Titan with it. You can also side this in against Sky Striker technically and just link off with their links so they don't get the right. But that's all those are for. This was a last minute decision. This is mainly just for Sky Striker because this is not a lot this deck hits, or this card hits right now.
It'll be really good in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, when Salamangreat comes out, it'll be a lot better. I sided in against Robbie round 3, but he was the only Sky Striker player I played against, and I did not see it, so I can't really comment on it. But yeah, it was there. And then something I'm definitely going to cut is the 3 Gamma and the driver. So last format, this was really good. I liked it a lot because you had 3 Gold Sark and 3 Allure, so there was a lot of opportunities for your opponent to hand trap you. So you could Gamma them and just get free advantage off of it. Now that there's only 1 Gold Sark, there's not nearly as many opportunities. And there's also, like, just for going second, there's not really a deck I want to side this in against right now. Like, I'm going to let Sky Striker do their thing, I'm going to let Altergeist do their thing, and then I'm just going to try to answer their boards with...
Just based on the extra deck and you are playing these, I'm surprised you're not playing Omega.
Yeah, that is something you could do. Like I said, though, I'm planning on cutting these. I'm not sure what for, but like I said, with the interaction with Allure and Gold Sark being less likely now, it's just...
Omega putting your banner stuff back feels decent, too.
Yeah, if you want to play Gamma, there's definitely room in this version at least to play an Omega.
All right, well, congratulations on your win, and thank you for the video.
Thanks.